All right, this is going to be the last part for the videos for the review packet. We're going to pick up with 29 Part B since I kind of got cut off partway through 29 Part A. But there it is if you need to see it. For 29 Part B, there is no intercept here, so let's try that again. Let's go ahead and put a +0 here. That tells me I'm going to start at the origin. And then my slope here needs to be over 1. So any whole number can always be put over 1. So that means from here, I'm going to go down 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right 1. Now, that is a very steep line. So I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that way I'm a little bit more confident with the points that I'm playing connect the dots with. All right, straight line, there it goes. And there we go. All right, so that's question number 29, Part A and Part B. Technically Part B, Part A was in the first one. Let's go ahead and move on to the last page here. Question number 30 says to solve by using substitution. So here's what I know. I know that x is equal to this, -3y minus 5. And right there is where x is. So I'm going to replace it. So 4 times what x is equal to, -3y minus 5, minus y equals 6. And I'm going to solve this for y. So let's see, -12y minus 20 minus y equals 6. I'm going to add 20 to both sides. And then these two terms are both like to each other. So -13y is equal to 26. Divide both sides by -13. Y is equal to -2, which is half my answer. So the other half is x is equal to, well, now that I know what y is, I can replace that. Oops, write an x. X is equal to -3 times -2 is 6, minus 5. I'm getting x is equal to 1. So the solution to the system is the ordered pair 1, -2. I don't need more colors there. So let's slide on over to Part 31. I'm asking you to factor. So let's see, 4, 18, and 6 are all divisible by 2. The lowest x we've got is x squared. And the lowest y we've got is a single y. So 2x squared y is my GCF. And then I'm going to go through and just start dividing things out. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. No x's. Y to the 4th divided by y is going to be y to the 3rd. Removing one of them. 18 divided by 2 is 9. X to the 5th divided by x squared is going to be x to the 3rd. No more y's. 6 divided by 2 makes 3. That's going to be x to the 6th y. Close the parentheses. And problem number 31 is done, because there's no other factoring we can do with that mess. So, meh. All right. And then last but not least, last question on your review is question number 32 here. It says to graph and find all the information. So axis symmetry. X is equal to the opposite of b over 2a. So that's going to be the opposite of 6 over 2 times 1. So -3. So x equals -3 is axis symmetry, which means your vertex is going to have a -3 for the x value. Let's figure out what y is equal to. So each of those x's gets replaced with a -3. Let's see. Y is equal to -3 squared is 9. 6 times -3 is -18 minus 16. All right, 9 minus 18 would be -9. -9 and -16 is -25. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Unfortunately, my graph is not big enough for this. We'll deal with it when we get there. To find the zeros, we're going to set y equal to 0. So 0 is equal to x squared plus 6x minus 16. This is, in fact, factorable. So x plus 8, x minus 2. Yep. So x plus 8 equals 0, x minus 2 equals 0, which makes x equal to -8 and +2. So the zeros would be -8, 0, and 2, 0. For your y-intercept, we're going to make x equal to 0. So y is equal to 0 squared plus 6 times 0 minus 16. So 0 plus 0 minus 16, that's going to be negative 16. So y-intercept is 0, negative 16. I will do domain and range after I've done the graph. So putting all the bits, parts, and pieces on the graph, the vertex is going to be a little bit tricky because it's at negative 25 here. I'm just going to estimate approximately where it is. Let's go ahead and pop in that axis of symmetry here. That'll help me out a little bit. And I'm definitely going to go beyond this bottom point there. All right, so now I need to be at negative 3, negative 25. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to say it's about here for negative 25. Again, it's off my graph. I'm going to call it close enough, and we'll go from there. 0 at negative 8, 5, 6, 7, negative 8. 0 at positive 2, and a y-intercept at negative 16. Okay, so that's all the information I know. This is supposed to be a U-shaped curve, so let me do my best to draw in a U-shaped curve that goes through all these lovely little points that I know. I'm going to call that good enough. This graph is also going to help me figure out my domain. Domain in this case is going to be, well, everything. So there's no restriction on what x values you can put in. However, there is a restriction on range. Your low y value here is negative 25. So negative 25 to infinity because there is no upper bound. All right. I hope this has helped. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. And for any of you taking finals, good luck to you and have a great day.